Guys, I really hope that you guys are doing quite well. I know that it's getting into a busy time of year. And so I hope this can be a bit of relaxation for you. I will be tapping and scratching for 1 hour on all Christmas items related to Christmas in some way, shape or form. So I hope it's fun for you too, to kind of get in the spirit of Christmas and the mood. This is a plate, and it obviously has a car on it that's in a snow-filled area with the Christmas tree on top. They're taking it home from the Christmas tree lot, probably to put it in their home and decorate it with ornaments and lights. So if you have never done that, what people do with Christmas trees is they purchase them, and they do often bring them home on the tops of their cars, and then they place them in their home and decorate them with different ornaments. I'll show you some ornaments today. And often a string of Christmas lights, which can be either coloured or just white. And often the ornaments have like meaning to them. Sometimes kids make ornaments and then those go up on the Christmas tree each year from when they're smaller. So even when you grow up, you might have ornaments that have been made when you were younger throughout the years. And other people decorate their tree with just really beautiful bulbs, they're called, and make it festive and make it matching, like all gold and silver, something like that, or all gold and turquoise, etc. So they might have a colour theme. And oftentimes we put candy canes on Christmas trees, and Gingerbread Men, which is a cookie. It's called a Gingerbread Man because it's shaped like a little person, and it's made from a cookie base with ginger in it. And so we will dry those out and put them on a bit of a hook and put those on the tree too. And sometimes even people will string popcorn or cranberries, and they'll put that around their tree. So there's lots of fun things you can do to decorate a Christmas tree, and it does tend to be quite a special time if you do it with your family regularly each year. It becomes quite a tradition and something really special to do together. You can probably tell if you've watched my channel for a while that I do have a bit of a cold, so I apologise. Since we were just talking about ornaments and bulbs, I'm just going to show you one. So this is a little like gold apple actually. There's ornaments of all kinds, shapes and sizes and different kinds of items. So you can really personalize your tree. This one is quite shimmery and shiny, quite a bit of glitter. It's giving it a nice scratchy tone. And you can see it's got this loop so you can attach it to your tree. This particular ornament is actually from my wedding. Excuse me. My husband, I had a Bible verse that matched up with some of the ornaments we had, and this happened to be one of them. It's not like the fruits of the Spirit or something like that. It's probably what you would think if you see the apple, but it's another verse anyway. So that's where this one was from. So it's quite special to us. So I'm going to move on to a different item. It still has Christmas trees in it, kind of keeping with that theme. This is actually like a coffee mug, and it's actually from Starbucks. It's not mine. I borrowed this from someone actually. Quite a few of these things were borrowed, as usual, per usual. And it's unused. I think that my friend is using this in the future. It hasn't been used yet. But it's got the Christmas trees on it. While I'm tapping and scratching on this item, I actually had a person from Patreon ask me if I would repeat the word serenity for them. And that's something I've wanted to do for a soft-spoken video for a bit. I just wanted to be able to do that for her. She deals with some anxiety, as a lot of us do. I've definitely dealt with that through my life as well. And a lot of people do. And so I just wanted to kind of bless her by saying that. So this for you. I'm going to just repeat the word serenity a little bit for you as I tap and scratch on this item. I'm sure that thinking through that word can help some other people as well. It's a word that reminds me of peace, being serene and at peace. I would like to say before I repeat the word that I think it's quite important when we hear words like that, or when we hear, positive, encouraging words or things like that. For me, it's really important that they have meaning behind them, a truth behind them. I remember when I was younger and had some anxiety, my father would actually say the word peace to me, but it didn't really do anything because it didn't have a meaning related to it. Like the word in and of itself didn't do anything. It's the meaning behind it, and if there's a truth behind it that really affects you as a human, a truth that you can hold on to as real, not just your own truth or what you think might be true, but really a truth about you. And so I just want to say that for me, my peace, and you guys know this if you've watched my channel at any time, but my peace comes from being loved by God in a very real and felt way. It brings a lot of healing and actual peace, because it brings healing and helps me walk through things that are hard or chaotic or anxiety giving. And God is able to speak to those places and help me process through them. Not just say the word to me, peace, but to really say, here's the struggle, and here's what I offer to that struggle. Here's a conflict in a relationship you're having, and here is hope that I can bring healing to that relationship. And then he goes ahead and does it. And he's followed through every time for me since I started to follow Jesus when I was quite young. I did not come from a family that followed Jesus. So it's quite a journey for me. But ever since then, he's really walked me through so many things, miraculously unbelievable things. And so I find like true peace from him, that when I'm in a conflict situation or in pain in some way, that I can truly look to him and get actual peace from that, because I know he will help me. I'm not alone, and he will take action and bring healing or help and whatever that is. So I just wanted to say that before I just repeated a word, because for me, repeating a word is not meaningful unless there's a truth behind it that I can actually hold on to. And I know many of you may not believe that, and that's totally fine, but this is important to me to say before I repeat the word serenity. So let's move on to the next item, and I will start repeating that for you. Okay. So this is a vanilla snowflake soap from Bath and Body Works. So this is for you, my friend, on Patreon. Thank you for your support. Thank you to all of you for your support. This was just a special request, and I heard his story, and I just kind of wanted to do that. So serenity. Serenity, serenity, and peace to you, peace to you, peace and serenity to you, sweet ones. Bless you, peace be upon you, serenity be in your lives. From the Prince of Peace. Peace to you. Serenity. Serenity. Serenity, serenity, serenity. It's a really deliciously yummy smelling soap, I'm sure. It looks amazing, and I can smell it through this, but like I'm sure that when it's open it's much more. It smells really nice. And this is a foaming soap. You can see the bubbles coming. These are so fun, the way you can pump the foam into your hands. Oh, I should purchase one of these and do a video. That foam sound. This is not mine, of course. Again, borrowed. So I can't open it, but I'm wondering if you guys would like that sound of the foam. You can probably hear too that I have a cough drop. Such a pretty flower. And some different trees at the bottom with some snow on them. I'm actually going to show you something really fun and sparkly. Some really fun, playful, sparkly Christmas boots for a little one, a kid. So these boots are really soft inside and warm for the season as it's getting cooler, colder. And it's just really sparkly, glittery. These boots remind me of Minx Laura 123. she's got my favourite ASMR channel out there. If you don't know, it's MINXLAURA123. It's an ASMR channel, and Laura is amazing. I love her channel. It really is my favourite ASMR channel. I literally watch her pretty much every night before I sleep. I do veer off once in a while to watch different channels, but I always come back to watching it for years now. And she loves sparkly, playful items like this. So these really remind me of her. But check out her channel though, if you like fast tapping. I like her tapping a lot. You guys know this is a fast tapping channel. I do fast tapping and scratching. And it's kind of harder to find that, for me at least. I've had a harder time finding fast tapping and scratching channels as much as I can find the slow. I'd say generally there's primarily people tap and scratch slowly and do things slower, but I really like the more aggressive fast tapping and scratching, or just generally a bit faster of everything that people do in ASMR. So I really like her for that reason, and just her style of she's just really, like, she puts out tons of videos. She's really caring, she's really playful and funny, and I just really appreciate you, Laura. I don't know her personally, but I love her channel. And she often does soft-spoken throughout her videos as well, so if you like soft-spoken with faster tapping, I think you'll probably like her stuff. And then the bottom of these have a bit of a squiggly line. By the way, there is a no-talking version of this. I always try to do no-talking and soft-spoken versions, because I know you guys, some of you really love no-talking, some of you really love soft-spoken. So about a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years now, I've been doing that. Well, I make a video, but one soft-spoken, one no-talking of each theme that I do. I typically put the no-talking version out first, so if you're watching this, the likelihood is the no-talking version is already up. And if you guys are ever interested, let me grab one more thing. I'm going to grab this little card. If you guys are ever interested in getting the MP3s of my videos, I haven't mentioned this for quite a while. It was probably a year back when I put them, longer, yeah, like maybe a year and a half, maybe longer. I started doing MP3s because I got a lot of requests for them. And now I understand why, actually. When I was in Egypt, I listened to the MP3s of ASMR videos because I did not have Wi-Fi or internet access, and I really like to go to sleep to ASMR. It's a lot easier, and I just like it. So I brought some MP3s of ASMR videos on my phone so that I could just put my earphones in and listen to them. Actually, it was on an iPod. And so yeah, if you guys are interested in MP3s of any of my videos, I do that through Patreon. And there's always a link always in the description box below each of my videos for my Patreon page. And you can look and see how to get different numbers of MP3s each month. But every video that I make goes onto MP3 and goes up on Patreon. So I mentioned it quite a bit when I first did it. I tried to mention it in each video that I did. But then it's been quite a while, so I haven't mentioned it. So you can go check that out if you're interested. And thank you to all of you who are on Patreon. I should say that because I just talked about that earlier with the girl who wanted the word serenity. So this is coming up twice now. So I do want to thank you guys who are on there. It's really, really awesome of you. I can't tell you how much it helps us out. Thank you so much for that. It helps this channel so much to function. It gives us, it's great. Thank you. This is a cute little Christmas owl. This was a card that I received from a friend a year back, and I just liked the design so much that I kept it as decoration. I'm really looking forward to decorating for Christmas. We basically just finished Thanksgiving when I'm filming this, so I am looking forward to starting to decorate. I have a space outside of the room that we live in, and some of you have seen my fall decorating video where I have a storage shelf that's quite what's the word? It's not thin, but anyway, it's thin. We'll just call it thin. It's very, very small, and my husband and I built it, and it's outside the door for our room, and we put different foods on it, and snacks, and decorations, and shoes. So it's like a holder for a bunch of things. You'll have to go check out the video to know what I'm talking about, I guess. And each season I have decided to decorate that space a bit differently. So it continually holds our shoes on the bottom and some snacks on top, in like little mason jars, but then I change out the decorations each season. So it continually has our shoes on the bottom and our snacks in little mason jars on the top, but I've decided that each season I would change out the decoration. And so I had a summer decor, and then I did the fall, and I actually made a video. I was tapping and scratching all along that storage shelf and showing you everything in it. And so now I'm going to go and at some point, probably in the next week, try and decorate it and change the season to Christmas season decorations. And maybe if I get a chance, I'll try to tap and scratch on it for you again, if you guys liked seeing that video. And I bring that up because I like this little design. I don't save too many decorations. I try to have like just a small bin of decorations for each season, because I only decorate a small space. We live in a very small space. We like tiny space living, and so it makes it so I only have to keep like a small portion of things for each season, and this one I kind of liked, so I might use it in my decorating. We'll see. Speaking of that, I also would like to use this candle if I can. This is actually not a Christmas candle necessarily, but I think the design is quite beautiful, and I'm going to probably use it for my Christmas decorating to go with that, like the gold tones and the owl and some other things that I have. So this is a candle. It's gorgeous in my opinion. I love it. I love the design. And like I said, it's not like the scented as a Christmas candle. It's just I think grapefruit and prosecco. Sorry, it's not wrong. Prosecco. That's the flavour or smell of the candle. It's 12 ounces, and it's by Mix It, the company called Mix It apparently. You can see that. It's so pretty. It has such a cool design to it. It kind of like moves in the light there. The inside is glass, and then the candle's right here. this was actually a gift that I purchased for someone. And it's one of the people that I live with. We have community living. If you're new to my channel, my husband and I really like community living, living with other people, and small space living. So we have just one room in a bigger house that we share, and it's kind of a really special thing for us. So anyway, this was a gift for someone, and they weren't ready to use it yet. They go through candles a lot, and they've got quite a few ahead of this one. And so I wanted to like decorate with it while she's not used it, because she doesn't care. She has it sitting aside in the garage, and so I might use it for decorating while she's waiting to burn it, waiting to use up her other candles before she burns it. Oh, I love it. Get that lid on there. This is a fun one. I just had to do some Christmas lights. So this is just a strand of Christmas lights. It is the simple white lights. It's not coloured. We've got a strand. The top here has the plug that can attach to another string of lights, and then here of course we have the portion that goes in the wall, or if it's a second strand you can attach them like that, but this is just attaching to itself. So we've got these. I'll probably plug these in. Maybe I'll use these with my mini storage space like I was just mentioning. Maybe I'll do some lights. Or maybe we'll use these in our room to bring a bit of that kind of fun Christmas light feel. I wonder how many, I don't know how many bulbs are on this. They're quite small, obviously, they're not the big ones. Believe it or not, these are actually probably were used in my wedding as well, actually. I had a lot of white twinkle lights. So yeah, they don't make a ton of sound, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of crinkling and tapping from it. And they're just so fun to have. Okay, next item. I have this little stocking. It's a little baby stocking. Just tiny little guy. It's very soft. It's obviously standard, kind of traditional red and white. And then on the inside, it's a bit of a scratchy section here. It'd be hard to get much in this. It's quite little. But basically, stockings are typically hung on the fireplace or chimney area of a home, and you place smaller gifts for each person in your family into this stocking. So often a stocking will have the name of the person on it, and then each stocking will have all the family members. Each person has a stocking with the name on it along the fireplace, the top of it, and they hang like this. That's why they have this little part that can kind of hang. you have to hold it with something quite sturdy because you fill it with gifts. And typically stockings, like I said, are quite bigger than this one is, quite a bit bigger. And you can fill them with lots of fun things. So stockings are fun. In my husband's family, they do stockings. They do it a bit differently than the family I grew up in. I grew up in a family where we, in the morning of Christmas, we actually open our stockings at that point, and that's before opening the Christmas presents under the tree. So this would come first. Whereas in my husband's family, they do something fun where the entire month of December, when the stockings are up, you can put an item inside someone's stocking at any time. And you can open it anytime you see something in it. So for example, if you get someone something on the 16th of December, you just stick it in the stocking that day, and once they walk by and see what's in, there's something in there, they can go and grab it right away. So it's a surprise to them each time, but you kind of walk by and you just see it. Each day there's not something there, but once in a while you find something. So instead of it all being opened on Christmas, it's open throughout the month of December whenever there's something there. Do any of you guys do anything different than those two options? For me, I only knew of opening it on Christmas Day, so it's quite new to me that some people would open it throughout the month. I'm curious if there are any other traditions out there that your family did, maybe with stockings, if you celebrated Christmas and did stockings. Christmas, of course, is celebrated quite differently in different places. As you know, I live in the US, and so we celebrate it in kind of a US fashion. Maybe some of you didn't know that I lived in the US, but I keep forgetting that. I don't mention these things in every video, so some of you hear, some of you don't. And if you've been around at the channel for quite a while, you probably know that, but if you're newer, first of all, welcome. But yeah, so I live in the US. And so it's celebrated differently in different places. Some places it's celebrated a completely different day. In Egypt, where my husband is from, it's celebrated on a different day. So as you can see, I'm tapping on a bag, a gift bag. Very traditional type Santa Claus picture with a really traditional tree. Okay, I've popped in another cough drop. So yeah, this is a very traditional Santa type picture, kind of old school classic, and then just some different ornaments and lights. So yeah, just a really nice gift bag. Next I'm going to show you another ornament. Now this is more of what I was speaking about before. This was an ornament that I made when I was really young. in school or something. I don't remember. But you can see it's just like a bulb. And then it's got a bit of a stamp inside with a Christmas tree that says Season's Greeting. And then some gold trim along the side. And then on the back it actually has my name and the year that I made this, and then like a wreath with some little cranberries in it. So this is one that I've kept. I have quite a few ornaments from the years growing up that were made for me, or that I made in school, so quite a sweet memory to have that. Kind of fun to look back at. You can see that it's quite lopsided because it hangs like this and the tree is kind of going that way. So that's one, and then the other one I'll show it to you at the same time. Really, really older style. This was made by a family member much older than I, obviously. A grandparent who made it by hand. It's really special. She I don't know if the word is crocheted or knit. I don't know. It does have a form to it. So anyone out there who's aware, I'm sure you know the name, but it's got like a bit of a plastic form inside that you thread through this plastic form, and you create these designs with the different color threads you use or yarn, and then there's beads that are glued on to create the ornaments on the Christmas trees. And then of course you can see that the ribbons were placed on the bottom, and these were, I believe it's hot glue gunned, onto there. So it's kind of fun. It's just a really sweet thing that they made their own ornament, obviously. I think that's quite special. It's quite a nice tradition to sit down and make ornaments with children or with family members. It doesn't really matter what they look like. It's more quite meaningful to do it together and then have that memory. And it's got a hook. You can see that this too has been glued on, these 3 ribbons, with a bit of a hook to stick it onto the Christmas tree. Now, because we live in such a small space, there is a shared Christmas tree that's large for everyone in the shared living room. So I might go to Dollar Tree, because I heard that they have a very simple and small Christmas tree for $1. And it's very, of course, like not big at all, but it's sparse. And what you can do is you can purchase $1 garland and put it throughout the tree so it kind of fills it in a bit. And we might put that in our room just to kind of have our own little baby Christmas tree, and then put a few of these ornaments on it. This it's just like a little bit of a, it almost looks like it may have been some kind of boutonniere, something like that, because it's got this bit here, or maybe it is decoration that hangs from the tree, I'm not quite sure. It's got these kind of pearls just hanging down here, and then a few bulbs that are awesome sounding. Two of these that have a great sound. And it has 3 of these smaller ones that have a bit of a netting over them. You can kind of hear as I scratch along with my thumb. A silver and 2 small gold. And then another bit of the pearls. It looks like this may have been intended to do a bit of a circle like that, but has come apart, so it's great for making sounds with. Yes, I really like that. So yeah, this is another kind of ornament slash decoration. And I love the sound of ribbons, so I wanted to grab a Christmas ribbon for you guys. This is just a standard ribbon that you can purchase, usually in bulk. They've already been put together. I have one family member who makes their own bows. It's like amazing because they look really nice, and honestly this isn't an easy thing to do, I don't think. They're quite detailed. And so this particular family member has a fun time making great bows. I personally don't really purchase bows like this. I typically will use twine as like to wrap around. And often we'll wrap presents even at Christmas with craft paper and then twine. And maybe I'll add something to it to be kind of add a colour or something like that. In fact, not too long ago, probably about 6 months back, I did a video just wrapping gifts, and you can see that I use quite a bit of craft paper in that video. On a second-hand use for these, if you ever are in need for a toy for a toddler on like a walk or something like that, if you're walking in a stroller, you pop this into their hands and they'll play with this for quite a while. Of course it falls out a few times too, but they'll get a kick out of it. The next item is this kids book, and it's a double book, so it's got 2 books in one. So if you turn the pages from this side, it's one story, and you flip it, and then you can turn the pages from this side and it's a second story. So the first story is the day Jesus was born, which is obviously what Christmas is about. You guys probably all know that. It's a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, this is the angel brings good news. I'm just flipping through the pages for you. Obviously not going to read the whole book. It's a kid's book, of course. I just had a lot of Christmas books that were like about Santa and stuff, and I just wanted one that's actually about Jesus. So I asked for this for Christmas one year as an adult, and I got it, which was really cool. It had stickers in the middle, but we used up most of them, I think. Yeah. Anyway, just like a cartoon picture of it, but kind of fun to get to talk through that story. And I'm going to show you one more of these bottles of soap from Bed Bath & Beyond. This one is Frosted Coconut Snowball. I thought I was going to say snowflake because of all the snowflakes. For some reason that threw me off. Frosted Coconut Snowball. Yeah, it's kind of cute. I have a Santa hat. And this is very similar to the little stocking that I showed you earlier. The red and the white, they're basically like very traditional colours of like a Santa hat. So if you don't know anything about Santa, or why people talk about Santa Claus, if you're not from the US, or many countries talk about Santa Claus, not just the US, but it is a man, a real man. His name was Nicholas, and he was a man who, when it came time to celebrate the birth of Jesus, he actually just gathered presents and gave them out to children. I'm being really like basic about the story, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's the gist of it. He gave gifts to kids. Felt like that was the right thing to do and something that God would want to have done, to be kind to people in response to a saviour being born. And so this guy Nicholas was called Saint Nicholas, and that's where Santa Claus comes from. The real guy that passed out gifts to children. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a fun way to celebrate being loving to people and giving a gift, because we've been given such a gift. Yeah. So that's kind of a fun thing. Little puffy top, this white. The bottom's soft. And again, you heard me scratching on the inside. It's quite scratchy on the inside, which makes it a bit uncomfortable to wear. So nice. It's fun to see the pop of the red colour of nail polish against that white. Okay, what's next? I have another Christmas candle. I call it a Christmas candle because it is cinnamon and like cardamom and stuff like that. It's really allspice. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. Whenever you see cuts in my videos, like it's because I'm cutting out the sound usually. I don't know if you could hear that one, so I won't worry. But I have lots of dogs that live around, and so often I have to cut out the sounds of them barking, or like a car will drive by loud, or someone in the house will shout something. I tend to have to film when no one's home if possible, but it's hard because often people are home. So this is a really nice smelling one. I actually purchased this a couple of years back, maybe 2-3 years back, and I wanted it to last long, and so what I did is I put it on a candle warmer and I let it sit on the candle warmer, and that way I would just keep getting the sense it would melt and then come back to wax, melt, come back to wax, melt. But what happened is I lost the wick through the process, so now that's the only way that I can actually use this candle. I might try to put it on a candle warmer again this season and see if I can grab the wick out with some tweezers or something and then burn it as usual. I just wanted it to last longer, and it has. Like, it doesn't go away very quickly at all when you just put it on a candle warmer, which is just like a circular plate that's warm, and you set it and it will just warm it up from the bottom to the top. I think there's just a couple more items. I think I have this and one more. So this is kind of goes with that apple that I showed you in the beginning. This is a silver coloured, quite glittery pear. So yeah, this it's got some kind of like veins going through it. They've kind of pushed apart this material, and then there's sparkly pieces in each of the veins. And it feels like it might be like a really hard foam on the inside. I got a bit of owie. And if I'm not mistaken, our last item is here. This is one more coffee mug from Starbucks that has mittens on it, Christmas mittens. The same friend that had the other cup had this one, and again, it's not used. You can see that there's still the paper inside, and it's kind of got a really cool gadget here going on. I am not entirely sure what this is all about. Let's see, is it just because of this? It might be for this lid, so you can see that it opens and closes. It's like it's winking at you or something. That looks like an eye very much. Okay. I really like the material on the top of this mug. I think it's so cute, all the different gloves on here. I like this little mustard yellow and white polka dot one, and there's a black and, well, the colour of the cup. Kind of like this triangle pattern. A bit of colours down here, some pastel circles, etc. It's very festive. And I like this design. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not going to bring everything back out. I did that in the no talking version, and it was like I was trying to keep everything on the table. Usually at the end of my videos I bring each item out, but it was getting overwhelming. So if you really want to see that part, you can watch it in the no talking version. But for now, I'll just say good night to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was relaxing for you, and that you have maybe even fallen asleep. Okay, thank you guys.